HeadKick Audio, episode number 27? 27?
27.
That just fucking happened. We 27 episodes deep. We had quite a weekend, a lot of fights. It's kind of what we do here.
Too many fights, I think. But you know what? You can never have too many fights.
There's no such thing, no such thing. As you can see, it's Halloween this month, so we are wearing...
Oh, I gotta go this way. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Can you see my zombie? I got a zombie on this shirt. See, I listen to lots of metal bands, so I will be wearing lots of metal band t-shirts. This one is Killswitch Engage in Zombie. So, we are going to do that for the rest of this month. We just decided today that that's what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. Somebody forgot their polo and inspired the idea, so...
Got a lot of ideas up here.
Yeah, he actually really does. And we dig it. Alright, so let's get right into it because we got a lot to cover. Where do you want to start? You want to start rough? Do you want to start Invicta, Bellator, UFC? A lot of shit going on, man.
You know what? We always do the UFC last. But because we went to an event last night, let's do that event last. And then we'll cover...
So you want to go Invicta, Bellator, UFC, and then end it with rough?
Yes, sir.
Alright, cool. I can do that.
Give them some love.
Invicta 37... this was Gonzalez versus Sanchez. It was a good card. Lots of finishes on here. I think only 2 decisions on the whole card.
Yep.
Yeah, that's beautiful stuff. Pro Gonzalez versus Brogan Sanchez. This was basically felt like almost a title eliminator. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe a #1 contender bout. Pro Gonzalez trying to get back to that title.
Well, I think she proved it in this fight.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and start from the bottom to the top. Now we're here. Claire Johnson defeated Jordan. Do you want to help me out with that last name?
Case.
K-Z?
K-Z.
Well, Claire defeated Jordan via armbar round 3. So it was the late submission victory.
Mm-hmm.
So, starting off the night with a bang. Hope Chase. What is her nickname? Do you remember?
The Hurricane.
Hurricane? Yeah.
Yeah, Hurricane Hope Chase.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's a fucking hurricane of a woman right there.
Mm-hmm.
She defeated Megan Colley via submission, rear naked choke in round numero 1.
Yeah, Megan had no chance.
Yeah, just Hope Chase, somebody to keep your eye on. She's only, I believe, 2-1 now. Or maybe it's 2-1 in Invicta. I'm not really 100% sure. It was late when I watched this card, so bear with me here. Alright? But still, the post-fight celebration, fucking insane. This
definitely.
Chick, the post-fight speech, it was a little gaudy. You know, I would rather you talk about your training partners and stuff like that. I mean, you know, give props to your to your dude or whatever, the guy upstairs, but, like, you know, I get the religious thing, but, like, your dudes in your corner got you there.
They physically helped you.
Yeah, you know, God spiritually, but
yeah.
Speaking of gods, the MMA gods, we did a battle with him on the Tapology for UFC 243.
243. Yep.
It was a draw. It was a draw. So we got
Is that a majority draw?
Shit, I don't fucking know. But it was fun. So check out. What is it, at Gods MMA? Figure that out for me.
Yeah.
Because I call you gods, man. So it always slips my mind what it is.
MMA Gods.
No, it's at Gods MMA.
Or at Gods MMA.
Yeah. So check him out. He's a lot of fun. We were trying to rendezvous last night, but we had to. He was under the wedge up, so we weren't able to get to it. What you got?
Oh no, just.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Do it.
All right, so rear naked choke for Hope over here, and then Linda help me out. Mahalik defeated Marissa Messer-Valencia.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
This was a unanimous decision, couple 30-27s and a 29-28. So this was probably the fight that I may or may not have fallen asleep watching. So
yeah, I mean, it was really good back and forth,
I didn't fall asleep during the fight. I fell asleep between fights. So let me just make that very clear. That's usually how it happens. When I watch cards late, when I watch cards late, I don't fall asleep during the fights. I fall asleep in between the fights.
Get that like 5-minute power nap in between.
Right. Well, I try to do that, and then it's like, oh shit, you wake up in the middle of a fucking fight, or at the end, and someone goes, yeah, and you're just like, fuck. So, you're saying pretty dominant decision there?
Oh yeah. I mean, the first round was kind of, back and forth. I think that's where that 29-28 came in. But after that first round...
Jeez, you can hear my gum almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, after that first round, Linda, I think she found her range. She found what she needed to do. She made her adjustments and came away with the victory.
Right on. Lindsay Van Zandt making some history over here.
Oh, that was so nasty. I
felt
bad for Van Hoos.
Yeah, so it was the Battle of the Vans.
Mm-hmm.
The Battle of the Vans. And Van Zandt came on top via leg injury. She kicked the other girl's leg and it went...
Yeah,
she goes, ow!
Her leg was here and her knee went that way.
Ouch. So, and it was actually the fastest TKO in atomweight history. What
Mm-hmm.
Is that the weight class they're at? They're at
atomweight? Yeah, they were atomweight.
Okay. So, a little bit of history there. I guarantee you that's probably not the way Lindsay wanted to win, but congratulations nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely wouldn't want to injure my opponent like that, and she looked pretty remorseful when it had happened. But
well,
still, kudos.
You want to get in there and you want to get the W, but you don't really want to, like...
Fuck up somebody's career?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this could have been, like, too early for Van Hoos to come back because she had just had knee surgery, and I think it was on that knee.
Oh, no.
So, like, if I understood everything right, because, this was my first time pulling double duty. MMA white belt was pulling double duty.
That's right.
And so I was trying to pay attention to Bellator and Invicta, and if I understand right, that's what happened. She just had knee surgery on the knee that got destroyed.
Despite what the website says, Kay Hansen defeated Nicole Caleri via guillotine.
Mm-hmm. So that was a nasty guillotine too.
So it says mounted guillotine here, so she was on top.
Yep.
Just fucking cranking on that neck. So Kay Hansen, super young. I think she's only like 20 years old, and she improves every time she's out there. She got a lot of compliments on social media. I'm just going to pile up on top of that saying, you keep doing what you are fucking doing. Because it's fucking working. Plus, she's a great follow on the social media. She's funny as hell. I like that chick. Maria Agapova defeated... Did I say it right? Agapova?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Defeated Marilia
Santos.
Oh, Mahilia. My bad. This Agapova is turning out to be fucking a little
she's
badass,
fucking scary.
man. She's a little, very reminiscent of Joanna. Just this girl has a little bit more of a ground game than Joanna.
Yeah.
So, super stoked. This girl, fuck, man. She may have lost that Contenders fight on the Contender series, but man, she just looks super impressive ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So, really excited for that chick. I want to continue to see that chick fighting. So, Maria, you keep doing you, and I'll keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
In the evening's main event, Juan Pearl Gonzalez defeated Brogan Sanchez via unanimous decision in the dominant fashion.
Yeah.
So, this was, like I said, what felt like a title eliminator or number one contender bout, something like that. I'm sure there is, this is, they're flyweights. So, I mean, at the top of that division, you have the champ, Porto. You've got Gonzalez here now. You have Deanna Bennett's always in there. And then Carolina, you know what I mean? You can't count her out either. So, I mean, the flyweight division is like becoming the marquee women's division all across. Look at what Bellator's doing. They've got Elimile McFarland over there, and she's been doing good things over there. So yeah, 125 is slowly becoming one of my favorite women's divisions. And probably at the top of that division you've got Valentina, which it doesn't get much better than her.
No.
So
And I do just want to add in, like, this was the first time I was actually able to watch an Invicta card. I was very impressed. I mean, you know, you always hear like, oh, women aren't as good as the men, they're not as entertaining. That is bull fucking shit.
This card right here proves you wrong.
Yeah, well, not only this card, just reading the decisions from, you know, the past cards that they've had.
You gotta go back and watch some of that when you have some free time.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
You gotta go back and have some of that, because that's pretty good shit.
You know, when you see more than half the card fucking finishes, yeah.
Moving on. So definitely congratulations to all the winners. You got Pearl, Agapova, Hansen, Van Zandt, Mihilik, Chase, and Johnson. So congratulations to all the winners there. Pearl Gonzalez getting back to contendership. So hopefully she gets in, you know, a #1 contender bout or something pretty soon, if not a title shot. So congratulations there. Bellator 229, Koreshkov versus Larkin. This was a very, very fun card. You had 2 decisions on there, but Melendez Polk and Larkin Koreshkov, not boring at all.
No.
I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, especially the Larkin fight. That shit was fucking nuts. Okay, so but to open up the card, you had Tony Johnson defeated Joe Schilling via knockout, and he was doing this on the way down.
Yeah.
I mean,
what did I call it? Oh, he was doing the Harlem Shake on the way down.
or the fucking, what is that? The thing where you go into the little bar? What do you call that?
Oh, the limbo.
Limbo. There you go. Yeah, when you do that little thing, that's what it looked like. I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of the guy, you know, because shit, that could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But just the way that it happened was a little bit common.
Yeah, some of the way that people fall after they get knocked out. I mean, I do feel bad that they got knocked out.
Well,
but,
yeah.
I mean, your body just does what it does. Like, it's like one of those, I don't even know what they're called, but the little things where, like they're like little sections and they're connected by string, and you push the button and they like fall, and then you let go of the button and they just boop right back up.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but this just, okay, so if you guys remember when Marlon Moraes defeated Aljamain Sterling, and fucking Sterling out cold fucking.
Oh yeah, he dabbed.
He dabbed. But you know what? He made jokes about it. You know what I mean? So, oh, you hear that? That was my washer. My washer's done.
Laundry's done.
Well, so, but yeah, Tony Johnson coming in as the boxer, Joe Schilling coming in as the kickboxer. Schilling's record, I think, now goes to like 4-6 in MMA, and the dude is really like making MMA like his main deal. I don't think he's worried about kickboxing anymore. It was 4-6, right?
If that's what his record was before.
I think that's what it was before. So, but yeah, he's looking better. He's looking better. I think he needs to definitely work on the ground game a little bit more and work on keeping his hands up. A lot of the fight I saw him with his hands down, and in kickboxing, you know, the gloves are a lot bigger, you know, so it just, I don't know. I see some holes in the game, but I don't think that there's like so much glaring holes, you know what I mean? If I'm making any fucking sense. And then maybe it's what weight did they fight at? 185, 170? Yeah, see if you can figure that out real quick.
185.
185? And he's 6'3"? Yeah, maybe he needs to go up to 205. Maybe, because I think it could be the weight cut just sapping a lot out of him, because the one cool thing about Joe Schilling is he goes in a fight. You know, whether he gets knocked out, whether he knocks the other dude out, he comes in and he leaves it all in the cage. So 100% respect to that man, but maybe the weight cut is taking a little bit too much out of him, because when he goes down, and it ain't pretty.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Tony Johnson. I believe he improves to like 9-2. So, and this isn't his first knockout. No. He's got quite a few of them on his record, so I'm really stoked to see that guy fight again.
Yeah, so it'll probably be 9-2.
9-2, okay. All right, and then Kerry Melendez, or Kerry Taylor Melendez, as I heard on the broadcast, KTM, right? She defeated Mandy Polk via unanimous decision, 30-27s across the board. That sounds like Kerry Melendez just absolutely wiped the mat with her. That wasn't the case. This was a tough fight for Kerry, okay? This was a very tough fight for Kerry. But Mandy Polk, just not on the level, man. Yeah. Not on the level at all. Super stiff in the stand-up. Not advancing her position when she was on the ground. Yeah. Mandy's got a lot of holes in her game that she needs to work on. Definitely in the stand-up for sure. Because she looked like her muscles were like stuck. You know what I mean? Because she was a beefy chick as far as the muscles are concerned. But, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're strong either. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Kerry Melendez just sticks her right out of the gate, and Polk is diving for legs. That's how you start the fight. So, and it was pretty entertaining back and forth on the ground at least, but the stand-up, it was just, you know, they're worlds apart. Kerry Melendez just fucking leaps and bounds ahead of this chick. So, Kerry Melendez, I believe she improves to like 3-0 or 4-0?
Yeah, she's undefeated, so I believe it was 4-0.
Okay, so...
Yeah, 4-0.
And she's at 125? This is what I'm talking about, 125, the women's division. It's fucking outstanding. And Kerry Melendez just adding to the pot. Yoti Yamaguchi defeated almost let that slip. Syed Awad. I'll tell you what I was going to say. So, back when there was the lightweight tournaments and Syed Awad beat Will Brooks, okay? I just kind of burst onto the scene as, you know, this fucking guy who could fight, got knockout power. And what he did to Brooks, I was like, holy shit. Brooks, he was a good fighter even back then. But we read his name wrong, okay? Oh. We thought it said Sad Wad. So we literally thought his name was Sad Wad. So every time this guy fights, my wife, she likes to watch fights with us. Oh shit, 808. She likes to watch fights with us, but she has a hard time remembering names and stuff. She always remembers if I say, "Hey, Sad Wad's fighting." Oh, okay, and she'll go sit down and watch it because she knows who I'm talking about. She knows I'm talking about Syed Wad. So, there was a verbal submission here. It was an armbar. It was deep. I think there was I couldn't hear it, so he had to have gone or tap tap tap. Yeah. So there was something there.
Well, I don't think he could. Well, I thought he was like tapping with his foot because he couldn't do anything with his hands because they were all tied up.
Oh shit!
And so I think if I saw it right, you see his foot like do this.
Tap 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 tap. Yeah. So his biggest mistake there was going to the ground with Yamaguchi. Whatever. Yamaguchi.
That's a figure skater, I think.
Is she hot? Or is it a dude?
I think it's a dude.
Never mind. Moving on. Moving on. Congratulations to Gyoti for getting that submission there. I'll just go first name instead of Yamauchi. Whatever. I'm horrible with last names unless they're like super fucking white. Yeah. So just get over it. Andrei Koreshkov could not do enough here in the main event. This was a very close fight. Okay, the split decision there, I understand it. I understand it because in the first round, Koreshkov throws a spinning fucking back kick and just bink! You know what I mean? Puts Larkin down, and Larkin, the veteran that he is, gets up, fights through it, puts on a fucking good second round, puts on a more dominant third round if I'm remembering the fight correctly.
Yeah, he pretty much dominated that third round.
Okay, I don't really remember it a whole lot because we were watching it literally right before we went out the door. But all I know is the fight was very close. I couldn't argue whichever way you went. You know, if you said Andrei Koreshkov won that fight, okay, I'm not upset. If you say Larkin won that fight, okay, I'm not upset. I'm not going to be upset. I think the real winner here is the fans. I mean, I know I hate that. You know, if everybody fucking says that shit, the fans won, the fans. Well, guess what? They fucking did here. Okay? So the fight was really fucking close, and you got the split. It is what it is. It is what it is. So congratulations to Lorenz getting a victory over a former champion. And when asked if he would prefer Rory McDonald or Douglas Lima, he said he wants Lima.
Mm-hmm.
He said he won't get that one back. So look, both these guys are fantastic athletes. It's just one guy had to get the win and one guy had to get the L, and this is how we 808. This is how we do it.
Our ears took the L on that.
Right? Jesus. I think you could even argue that this fight was a draw. It was that fucking close.
Yeah, I think it was all about that second round, how you judge that second round.
Okay, I would say more the third. But again, I'm going off of my shit memory. So all I know is it was a fucking fantastico fight.
It was.
Oh, you know what? It had to have been the third round because Larkin almost killed him in the second round with that knee, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, it was the third round. I stand corrected. Yeah.
And I remembered. Holy shit. So however you judge that third round is that's how you dictate the winner of this fight. So moving on, we're gonna go UFC and then Rough because we went to Rough last night. So that's right. We are. What was that? Fucking like 10 hours driving just yesterday.
Jesus. Yeah.
And there's only 24 hours a day. In a day, right? There's only 24 hours in a day.
10 of it driving.
and an hour at least eating.
Oh, that was such good food.
I know. We had some country fried steak. And we're not going to do that to you guys, but it's fucking delicious.
Smothered in gravy. I'm hungry again.
I know, me too.
But I'm always hungry.
And then what do we have for breakfast? Cookies?
Yeah.
We're working on our figure, okay?
All right. I'm wanting to be a more well-rounded man.
All right, so UFC 243, Whitaker versus Adesanya. This was the interim middleweight champion versus the undisputed middleweight champion. Now, Whitaker, as a champion, has had a tough go of it. I don't think he's defended the belt in the two plus years that he's had it. Because I think it's been 2 years almost, or at least. Whatever. I don't know the fucking exact dates and whatnot. But I know that he's pulled out of several fights due to injury. The one time he would have been able to defend his title, the guy missed weight, and we're talking about Yoel Yomeo. I know you.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
But so Whitaker gets a chance to defend his title. They both made weight. They both made it to the fight. And we'll get there. Stepping stones. Khalid Taha defeated Bruno Silva via arm triangle choke in round 3 at 3 minutes. I'm hyped about this kid. This Khalid Taha. After what he did to Salmon, he comes in and does, not the same thing, but almost the same thing. Just showing his well-roundedness. I'm just super stoked about this guy. Getting an arm triangle, which is probably one of my favorite submissions.
Yeah, he made it look so easy.
Yeah, the transitions were actually pretty cool. So, congratulations to Taha there. Yeon Kim defeated Nadia Kasim, we're going to go with Kasim?
Yeah.
Nadia Kasim. TKO round 2 and...
Wow. With 1 second left to spare.
Yeah, it was down to the wire in that fight. And mind you, we were at the Rough, so we were not watching these fights. Unfortunately, I believe this is the first UFC card that we have missed as a podcast, and we just haven't had time to go back and watch it. If we're being completely honest, we got home from Flagstaff at
4 this morning.
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning, and right now it's noon. So we had to get some sleep, and then we had to tussle with the interview that we're going to post at the end of the episode. Which, why don't we go ahead and promote that a little bit? We're going to be talking with former UFC middleweight and welterweight World Series of Fighting welterweight Aaron Simpson. Now, this is going to be a cool ass interview specifically for me, because Aaron Simpson is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I think the dude, he didn't have the best record, okay? That's just factual. But, the type of performances that he put on really turned me on to, the whole like wrestling aspect. Guys like him, CB, Ryan Bader, and I get it. I'm a homer. They're all from my state, so, but they're kind of the guys that opened my eyes to, you know, hey, this wrestling shit, it's tough, it's difficult, and fuck you, buddy, fuck you. Sorry. Notifications on the laptop, my bad. But anyways, I'm super stoked because he's one of my faves. So, and I've actually met the man in person. He's a very, very cool guy. Yeah, I'll maybe even fucking post some pictures or something. You know what I mean? So we'll get that shit going. But yeah, that'll be at the end of the episode, so check that shit out. Megan Anderson defeated Zahara Fern via triangle choke, round numero uno. So Megan Anderson finally getting like a real win in the UFC here. Congratulations, and thanks for, you know, netting us some points. Definitely the pick here should have been Megan Anderson. She's got more of the, you know, big name experience. She's fought, you know, Kat Zingano. She's fought Holly Holm. You know, she's fought some big names in there. So I think this is a learning curve. You know, Farron's gonna learn a lot from this fight for sure. Because Megan Anderson at 145 pounds is one of the best out there. So, and that's just one man's opinion. I think she does, you know, need to grow a little bit. But there's not a lot of fights for her after this. You know, there's Spencer. There's Holm, if Holm wants to go back up to 45. Zingano's gone. So Kat's out of there. So it'd be interesting to see what Megan Anderson's next fight is. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be 808. Jesus. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Spencer. Because that's the only fight left in there for me. And then you can label that a #1 contender bout because they're the only two left.
Yeah.
And then the winner fights the champ because, you know, the 145 belt needs to be defended. If you're going to keep it a division, you're going to keep it a thing. Or just bring a bunch of fucking girls in. You know what I mean? Macy Chasson, she still has, you know, the 45 window is still open. Aaliyah Letson, Jesus. I need to do something about this because I'm a hand talker. I talk with my hands. And I can't keep 808ing this shit. But Leah Letson, she's got the door open for 45. Penny Kanzak, yeah. I can't even fucking say her name correctly, but you know, the door's open for her at 45 also. A lot of these 35ers can move up in weight. That's basically what I'm saying. So, anyway, moving on. Brad Riddle defeats Jamie Malarkey via UD, unanimous decision. Callan Potter defeated Maki Pitolo. This was the Contender Series guy.
That's right.
Excuse me. He takes a unanimous decision loss. One of these days I'll be able to talk. Jake Matthews. This was a homecoming for him. He defeated Rostem Akman via unanimous decision and in the dominant fashion. So Jake Matthews, super exciting young kid because he's very young. I think he's only like 20, 25, somewhere in there. So he's still very, very young in the game. And he actually, a couple fights ago, decided to move up to the welterweight division. So he's looked good ever since. I think his only setback there was against Anthony Rocco Martin, which I believe was his fight before this one. So I think that was his only slip up at welterweight so far, and you can do worse. Rocco's pretty good. Jorgen De Castro defeated Justin Taffa, I hope I'm saying that right, via walk-off KO. Walk-off KO.
Oh, was that the one?
He Mark hunted that bitch, dude. Boom! Yes!
It's like as soon as he connected, he's like, boom, I know it's done. See you later.
Yeah. I believe Jorgen De Castro is another Contender guy. I believe so. So this is what the heavyweight division needs. They need guys like De Castro and Spivak to come out and fucking, you know, put on a show, basically. Because the heavyweight division right now, it's all, you know, DC, Stipe, and like outside of that, like Those are two of the best heavyweights of all time, mind you. Okay? There's a big gap. You know what I mean? After those two, it drops off super bad.
Yeah.
Until fucking Anthony Johnson comes back and decides to fucking wreck shit. Can you imagine Stipe versus Anthony Rumble Johnson? Ooh. God damn.
That'll put some butts in some seats.
Yeah, sign me the fuck up. Do it in Arizona, will you? I've seen Stipe fight in Arizona. It was his first fight against JDS. That shit was bad. Yeah, that's a good shit. Sick. Okay, congrats to the Castro there. Diego Lima gets it done against Luke Jamou via split decision. They posted the cards, I believe, Amy Kaplan. Shout out to her. I believe she's at Amy Photo. I think so.
I think so, yeah.
I think so. He'll look that up real quick. Super close fight. I unfortunately don't have an opinion. Our pick here was Diego, so I mean I can't be too upset. Luke Jamou, hometown boy, I get it. Or maybe not hometown, but home area guy, because I don't know if he's from New Zealand or Australia, but you know.
Which one?
Luke Jamou. So while you figure that out too, look at this guy. He's fucking all over the place. He's got this shit. So New Zealand, okay, and I believe they were in Australia. So I can find that out right there. Yeah, they were in Australia. So regional, your hometown. Your home region, boy.
Mm.
So he doesn't get it done there, but yeah. See, it's at Photo Amy 33. So Amy shout out to her. She's a fun follow too. So if you want to check her out, she usually does, the UFC thing. Not the UFC, the MMA thing.
Mm.
You know, she does Bellator, UFC, whatever. She's pretty cool. I like her. So shout out to her. Give her a follow. But she posted the cards, and it looked like maybe there was a little confusion on one of the judges. So, I don't know. But I wish I had an opinion, because I would give it to you. But all I'm going to say is, it got us on the board. You know what I mean? So, I should say more points on the board. Because I think, I don't know what our pick here was, but Sergey Spivak defeated Tai Tuivasa via technical submission, arm triangle choke. Technical submission means he went to sleepy by you.
Ooh. So, he didn't even get a chance to go, I'm done. He was just like,
well,
I'm tired.
Another regional guy, he's going to go out. He's not going to tap. He's not going to do that in front of his, And Tai Tuivasa burst onto the fucking scene. Like, you know what I mean? I was super stoked to fucking, see what this guy could do in the heavyweight division. And ever since the slip up versus JDS, it's been down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Guy's a big boy. He's got an exciting fighting style, but there's holes.
In the 808.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay, there's holes. His ground game sucks. His takedown defense sucks. And he's one of those guys where he gets hit, he's got to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I do believe that there's a composure issue. I'm not taking anything away from Spivak, but there's a lot of holes in Tuivasa's game here.
Yeah.
You can't just expect to walk in the cage, punch somebody in the face, put them to sleep, and go drink a shoey. I mean, it's just not going to happen every time. Don't get me wrong. Hey, I'll do a shoey with you, bruv. But we got to start putting it together, especially when you're going to be at this level, because otherwise, you're going to go get spun out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, I don't know, man. He may get cut. I think he's like 0-3. Give me his this shit on your screen.
Tuivasa?
Yeah, Tuivasa. Dan Hooker, the Hangman, fucking getting it done against Ali Quinta, and he beat him up pretty bad. I was following this fight on the Twitter, and it seems like. So he's 10-4, so he's on a 4-fight skid. Give me a second, guys.
1, 2, 3. 3 fight.
3?
Because he beat Arlovsky.
Okay, so lost to JDS, lost to Blagoy, and then lost to Sergey. So, I don't know. Heavyweight kind of needs guys. So they might keep him around, but...
Yeah, I'd say maybe one or two more.
No, definitely not two. He's not Andrei Arlovsky. Arlovsky is grandfathered in. He could, you know, he could take a bunch of losses and still. But who doesn't like watching Arlovsky fight? I'm sorry, but if you're not an Arlovsky fan, or at least you don't have to be a fan of Arlovsky, but if you don't enjoy watching him fight,
yeah, definitely.
That's what you get. Okay. But Dan Hooker, being the taller, rangier guy, got it done against Al Iaquinta here. Al is struggling against the taller guys. Donald Cerrone, Dan Hooker. You know, it seems that if the guy is exponentially taller than Iaquinta, he's not very tall. How tall is he?
I know, because I was just thinking, like, get out of my head.
He's only 5'10".
Yeah.
Okay, and Dan Hooker, I believe, is like 6'3". Fucking correct me if I'm wrong, but he's 6. This guy, Hooker, used to make 145 pounds.
Well, he's not that much taller than him. I mean, he's only
6 foot? No.
5'10".
He's huge, though.
I think he looks,
Maybe he just looks taller than he
Maybe,
actually
yeah.
is?
yeah.
I don't know.
maybe.
That's fucking crazy. He looks like a giant in there. Hooker, I like watching that dude fight. Anyway, he got it done here, and then he calls for Dustin Poirier. Don't get me wrong. Would I watch that? Hell fucking yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he there yet? No. No. What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, that might have been like a door.
Oh, okay. That's fucking weird. I hope you heard that.
Got some ghost shit happening in the
I would rather... Okay, so I think Poirier deserves a big fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Poirier, Cowboy, Poirier, Gaethje too. I watched the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
I watched the first one live. Amazing. But I think Poirier deserves the Conor McGregor fight. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I think he deserves the Conor McGregor fight. And I think it would be a whole lot different at 55.
Mm-hmm.
A whole lot different at 55. Both guys are coming off a loss to Khabib. Okay, there's some history there. But it's a completely different fight. Now they're, you know, neither of them are fucking, you know, losing a lot just to gain an advantage. Both of them would be fighting at 55. And I bet you, if if McGregor said, I want to fight you at 70, Poirier would fucking do it.
He probably would.
Poirier would fight any man. That's why I love that guy. He's my second favorite fighter of all time. But first, we all know who that is. Fight me. It's John motherfucking Jones. Anyway, so Hooker, never forget a Hooker, right?
Never.
Never.
Not after that, no.
Shout out to John Morgan for that one. He getting it done, looking super impressive. So, I think Hooker Cowboy, sign me up.
Yeah.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Both guys, tall, you know, rangy guys. They can kickbox. They can wrestle.
Yeah, as long as nobody blows their nose, I think
Right?
everybody'd be alright.
So, or you can give Hooker the Barbosa rematch, because I'm pretty sure he'd like to get that one back. But I think a cowboy type fight would be better for him. Give him a top 5 guy or a top 10 guy, but you know, not a top 3. Definitely not a top 3. So your Dustin Poiriers, your Khabibs, and your Tony Fergusons, absolutely not. Those 3 need to fight each other.
Yeah.
So Ferguson needs to fight. Okay, Ferguson needs to fight. Who's the Khabib?
Yeah.
That's his fucking name, right?
Uh-huh.
He needs to fight Khabib. That fight just needs to fucking happen. George St. Pierre, stop it. You fucking stop it. Okay? I see you getting skinny. Stop it. Okay? Because the world needs to see Ferguson Khabib. Okay?
Yeah.
You can wait. Wait your turn, boy. Yeah, I just fucking stop. Okay? What is it? What is the God's hashtag? Hashtag Ferguson Khabib or we riot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that applies here. Stop it. Israel Adesanya defeated Robert Whittaker via KO punches. Round number deuce.
That was nasty.
It was fucking nasty. And look, I wanted Bobby Knuckles to win. Okay, I wanted Robert Whittaker to win, but my pick, Adesanya. That was our pick. Okay, because it's not who do you want to win; it's who do you think is going to win.
Yeah, I think Adesanya was just a little bit more well-rounded, because I don't think I personally have seen Whittaker fight, but I know I've seen Adesanya fight. And I knew that if he would fight the way that I've seen him fight the last couple of times against Whittaker, he was going to wipe the floor with him.
Okay. First, he's not well-rounded. He's a great striker, but we've never seen this guy on the ground. He's got great takedown defense, but we've never really seen him, get put on his butt by a wrestler. So I'm pretty sure he's not well-rounded. He's a little bit mesmerizing. He's got the Anderson Silva type feel to him. And they actually fought. That was pretty cool. But, I mean, he's got this, aura, this swag, this personality, you know what I mean? He's very marketable, so this is very good for the UFC.
Maybe that's why I thought he would be well-rounded.
Well, we've just never seen it. At least not in the UFC. And it's going to take a good wrestler to probably take this guy out. And it's got to be a wrestler with some hands. You know what I mean? It's got to be somebody like that. Like a Derek Brunson, if he could tuck his chin, he'd be great. They fought, and Adesanya beat him, but it's going to take somebody with that caliber of wrestling, but they got to have, the fucking putazos to back it up.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm very happy for Adesanya. I'm very happy for the UFC, and this definitely opens the door for UFC Africa. Ngannou, fucking Israel, Usman, your boy Super Sadiq. I mean, I could go on if you really want me to. I really could. There's that Kennedy guy. There's more. Trust me, I just can't fucking remember off the top of my fucking head. But UFC Africa, I would love to see that shit.
Yeah, that would be pretty fucking dope.
That would be pretty fucking dope. So I just literally said the same thing you said. That was fucking weird as fuck. It was like a fucking echo, and I kept going in my head, and I could not stop it. But excuse me. I would love to fucking see that shit, and Adesanya just kind of made that a little bit more happenable. It can happen. Bobby Knuckles crushed your hometown guy, taking an L like that in front of his people.
I mean, it sucks, but I mean,
that shit happens.
It's a fight, shit happens.
It fucking happens. But he'll be back. I just I don't see him getting the rematch, because this fight wasn't even close. I don't know. And it looked like Whittaker at weigh-ins. Now, you guys, I would like to hear what you thought about this. But even at middleweight, Whittaker looked a little bit sunk in. He looked like he may have had a tough weight cut. And that's very strange, because when he came into the UFC, he came in as a welterweight. He is the one that moved up to middleweight. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe just all the time off, he got a little bit bigger than usual.
Yeah. And
forgot how to cut weight. I don't know. But at the weigh-ins, I will say he didn't look too good.
Yeah.
He didn't look too good. So, but I definitely don't think it warrants a rematch here. I think Adesanya needs to worry about Costa. I think he needs to worry about Cannonier. I think the John Jones shit just needs to stop. Yeah. You have contenders lining up to fucking fight you, and you're doing the fucking Henry Cejudo thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking stop that shit. I fucking can't stand it.
Stay in your lane.
Not only stay in your lane, but stay in your fucking division. Once you clean out your division, then okay. Okay, fine. There's nobody ahead of you, or nobody behind you, I should say. So then it's like, okay, hey, I'm out of contenders. I'm coming for your belt. That's different. You just got the belt. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Fight Costa. Fight Cannonier. Get out of here with that shit. I'm sick of that.
Cannonier, that'd be a good fight.
Oh, fuck yeah, it would.
I'd like to see that fight.
Yeah, sign me the fuck up. Costa too. Costa too. He likes to strike. Israel would be my pick going into the Costa fight.
Mm-hmm.
Israel would definitely be my pick going into the Costa fight. Because Costa is just, he tries to meet you, punch for punch. And yes, Costa is powerful. He could fucking put Israel's lights out. I think Israel's just a little bit too slick.
Mm-hmm.
So make that fight happen, please, because I'd like to see that shit, not John Jones.
Oh.
I'm just not interested in John Jones. I'm not. Let me clarify.
You just said he was your #1 fighter.
Okay.
And now you're not interested.
Let me clarify. I'm not interested in Adesanya Jones. I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah. I think everyone's going to be more interested in the whole...
No, people are
more than...
Yeah, people are fucking falling for this shit.
Yeah.
And you know what? It'll make Adesanya and Jones a lot of money. Good for you guys. And I'd probably have to fucking watch it. But I don't want to. I don't want it. Not yet. Not yet. Fucking knock that shit off.
Well, speaking of making money...
Here we go.
Fight of the night goes to Brad Riddle and Jimmy Malarkey. Performance of the night goes to Israel Adesanya. And the second performance of the night goes to Jorgen De Castro. Congratulations, you guys. You guys deserve it.
It's well deserved. Okay, where are we at? We're about 45 minutes. So, there's the dryer, maybe?
I don't know. There's a lot of laundry going on.
Yeah, we're doing the dang thing. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and go over Rough 34. This happened at the Twin Arrows in Flagstaff, Arizona. Your boy made the trip all the way from Vista, so his trip was a little bit extended. He came through Tucson, scooped me up, and then we went through Phoenix to Flagstaff. It was a fun trip. It was a fun trip. I can't complain. We saw our buddy MMA Stalker. Always good to see her. Them doing good things over there. So if you would like any extensive coverage on any local Arizona fights, check her the fuck out. So we cover them, but she covers only Arizona MMA, and she's a badass. So shout out to her, and that's at MMA Stalker. Check it out. Rough 34, headlined by Tony Kryptonite Lopez versus Luis Cortez for the heavyweight championship. There's a lot of finishes in this fight card. I believe there was 2 decisions. 2
decisions.
Yeah, and they were like back to back, and they were like the last 2 amateur fights. So look, this card was mostly amateur. We're gonna give them shouts, okay? We're gonna do this shit. So Robert the Rhino Shepherd defeated Isaiah Cortanez via first round rear naked choke. Boom, got it done.
That shit was slick.
All right. Austin the Wildman Baker defeated Keith Andreas via TKO round numero 1.
I did not see that coming.
I saw Keith after the fight. He is okay. He just, he nod on the head.
Yeah.
And this is at Flagstaff, so this is like 6,000 or 8,000 elevation. So
yeah, it was
brutal.
My ears would not stop popping.
Well, you want to talk about your ears? My head. I had this horrible migraine the whole fucking card. So I'm trying to cover that. This is why we didn't actually get to the UFC, because I just couldn't do both.
Yeah.
It was either do the live fights that are right there in front of me, which is what I came there to do, or go to my car and do the UFC. I came to do the thing, so I did the damn thing. Okay? Yeah. Definitely did not see Baker getting a TKO. That was fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude. That just goes to show you that, height and weight does not matter whatsoever. Or not height, weight, I guess just size.
Yeah.
Because this dude...
Keith was big. He was a heavyweight.
He was fucking huge.
Yeah, and Baker, he looked like a guy who probably didn't cut any weight at all, which might be to his fucking advantage. I don't fucking know. So, but anyway, super quick in round 1. I think it was probably like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. It was super fucking fast. So, shout out to the Wild Man. Kingsley Amici defeated Kentrell Coleman via round 2 knockout. And check this out. So, we did the pre-fight interviews with some of these fighters, and your boy Kingsley, he called that shit.
Yep, that's
I asked him for his prediction. He said second round knockout. We talked with him after the fight, and he was just like, "Hey man, I fucking called it. Yeah, it's super fucking cool to see that shit. Antonio Garcia defeated Marcus Finch via KO. Damn. Right hand sent boy to the canvas.
Yeah.
And both these guys are from Arizona. Duh. Both these guys are from Tucson. So they're from my neck of the woods. So it was cool to see some Tucson action. It just sucks that it was against each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said, most everybody here was from Arizona except for Luis Cortez, I believe. But he took the fight on very short notice.
Yeah, it was like a week notice.
Yeah, something like that for a heavyweight title fight. Jesus. You know what I mean? At least it was a heavyweight, so there's no weight cut.
Yeah.
You know that? Oh man, I know fighters do it all the time, but still. Okay, Aiden Ingram defeated Coleman Griffith via round 2 guillotine. Coleman, look, he lost the fight, but he so reminded me of Stephen Thompson, Wonder Boy, UFC welterweight. Just the way he looked. The way he talked, super respectful guy, like, oh, jeez, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of one of those personalities.
Well, wasn't his nickname Captain America?
Captain America, yeah.
So, yeah, you would kind of expect something like that out of somebody with that nickname. Language.
So, he didn't get the win here, but he reminded me of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, so I had to make a mention of that. But congratulations to Aiden. A finish, round 2. Solid shit there. Stephen O. Am I saying that right? Owens?
Yeah.
Because I wrote down O's. He doesn't owe anybody anything. But
Stephen Owens.
Owens versus Davis. So Stephen versus Kari. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. I do apologize. This fight was declared a majority draw.
Yeah, it was a very, very entertaining fight. It was literally going both ways.
Yeah, so I think the case could have been made for a slight edge in decision for Owens, or the draw was the right call. Yeah. Because it depends on how you saw that third round. Yeah. It really does depend on how you saw that third round.
It always comes down to the third round, huh?
Well, Owens was, in control for most of the first and second round. And in the third round, it looked like he was taking it off. You know what I mean? It looked like he was just trying to stay out of trouble. Like, hey, I'm ahead 2 rounds, and it just,
Yeah, playing it safe.
Yeah, kind of bit him in the butt there.
Yeah.
But remember, we're at elevation, so maybe he was just tired. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we get into the only other decision. Ephraim Thompson defeats Dominic Acuna via unanimous decision, and this was a banger.
Yeah.
These guys were throwing motherfucking heat. Okay?
Yeah, even when they looked tired as hell.
They were still throwing.
They were still throwing, and like, even though it looked like this, dude, I'm pretty sure it hurt like hell when they hit.
Well, because you know what I mean? You hear the fucking impact on every fucking hit.
Yeah, the body shots, the head shots.
Wow. The kicks were insane too. Yeah. So that was a pretty fun scrap. A good night for Legion MMA overall.
Definitely.
So there was a couple big gyms being represented. Apex out of Tucson, Legion out of
I believe they're out of
Phoenix, Scottsdale, something. We'll just call it Phoenix. It's or one of the suburbs. Fight Ready. Fight Ready was in there too. And then I don't know any of the other gyms.
Yeah, I think those were like the main ones, at least from here.
Okay. And then in your co-main event, Kevin Barberina defeated JT Wells via rear naked choke in round 1. I thought it was round 2, but because there was a cut check.
Yeah.
There was a nut shot. And man, I literally thought this whole thing was going to go sideways. Because there was a nut shot. And, Barbie, turns to the side and is, holding his fucking junk. And fucking JT comes in like he's going to fucking kill him. And the ref's like, no. Like, he gets there barely in time to fucking save Barbie. Okay, now look. That situation kind of sucks. Because you are told to go until you're told to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't I don't hate JT for doing that, but like you saw
Yeah.
what was happening, and I get that the ref didn't call it, but if I were in there, I'm like, okay, I hit the dude in the nuts apparently.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you see the dude grab his junk. Like, that's not code for, hey, come punch me in my face so we can end this thing.
That's code for, ow, my dick! You know what I mean? That's what that's code for.
Yeah.
But when they get restarted, now look, JT did a great job of making this fight difficult for Barberina.
Yeah.
Okay, he was unorthodox as hell, and it made it difficult for Barbie to pick his shots.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just doing a great job of, you know, throwing feints and fakes and like weird strikes. Oh shit, that was a big hit. God damn. But huge strikes like with like that. Like I've never seen anybody like throw like forward palm strikes, like overhand palms, like you're throwing a baseball. But he was throwing fucking strikes. It was very strange. And I think it was just strange enough to get Barbie to like have to think. But then once he figured it out, like that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. He gets JT to the ground and he gets the rear naked choke, round 1. And then on the mic says, I want a title shot, but I want it to be, you know, a tougher fight. Because apparently he's tired of fucking just mopping the floor with dudes.
Yeah.
So, fucking A, dude. Like I was jacked after his post-fight interview. I was fucking ready to fight.
I think he was ready to fight again.
I think so. I think so. So we'll have Kevin on the show again for you guys. He definitely wants to come on and talk about his win. And I know we've already had him on a couple times, but you know, shit. Fuck it. We'll fucking do the dang thing. And then Tony Kryptonite Lopez. Damn.
That was fucking sick.
Okay, so look, Barbie got you all fired up, ready for this fucking main event. And look, Tony Lopez versus Luis Cortez, it started off slow. They're heavyweights, we're at fucking high altitude, so we need to make sure that we're conserving that gas tank because we're going 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tony throws a fucking head kick, and that was Luis's kryptonite.
Dude. I like that. I like that.
Oh man, that's probably why he's got that nickname. But yeah, he throws a head kick, follows up with some punches, which probably weren't even necessary.
No.
And us at Head Kick Audio, we appreciate that, Tony. Thank you very much, sir. Head kicks are what we are all about.
That's right.
So, yeah, he defends his title, and then Ruff asks him, hey, we got a card next week. What you say? And Tony says, you know Tony don't give a fuck. Tony says, hell yeah. Let me have that shit.
I'll defend it all. What is it? They're doing, let's see, so they had the fight last night, and then they have a fight next Friday, and then Sunday right after that.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll defend it all the next 2 shows. Like,
yeah, you got 3 cards in 8 days. Put me on every single one. Tony doesn't give a fuck. He's an animal. He's a fucking animal. I love it. I love it.
Well,
and he's big, man. Like, he's not big, okay? He's not a big... He's fucking...
Yeah, he's tall.
He's tall. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, the body type... Anyway, the body type difference between Cortez and Kryptonite was Cortez looked like a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Tony looks like he could be a light heavyweight that just doesn't want to cut weight. And he came in like 230, 240.
Yeah.
So he didn't come in very big, but you know what? It plays into his fucking style. He comes to fucking fight, dude. He comes to fucking fight.
He does not like to. He does not look to take the fight to the ground or anything. He wants to fucking knock your ass out.
He said he was gonna put on a show for the fucking fans, and he did. He delivered 100%. 100%. So that's your Rough 34 results from the Twin Arrows Casino in Las Vegas, October 5th, 2019.
Flagstaff. Not Las Vegas.
What a fucking idiot! I was so sure of myself when I was saying that too. It's probably because I got Vegas on the brain. We going there next weekend?
Yeah.
We less than a week away. Dog, we're like 6 to 8, 5 days away.
I'm so excited.
Alright, so right about now, we're going to be dropping that Aaron Simpson interview. Check him out. We're super stoked. Because that dude, like I said, he's got a place right here in my corner, Okay? This one's for me. I don't care if you guys enjoy it or not. You're probably gonna, but this is more for me. I don't care about y'all. I don't care. I can't keep a straight face when because of course I fucking care.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and drop that right here. All right, we are here with Aaron A-Train Simpson. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, guys. Thanks for having me on. It's been a while since anyone's called me by that nickname.
Yeah, I'd imagine. It's been a while since you fought, but you kind of left an imprint on speaking over here. You and I want to say you, CB, and Bader kind of like made me take wrestling seriously as far as MMA was concerned.
That's cool. Yeah, that was obviously a big part of our lives, especially getting into the sport of MMA. And it's always been a big part of my life since age 4, but also to promote the sport, you know, and how it affected us and mixed martial arts and life and everything. So, yeah, it's a great sport to involve yourself in if you're going to be a fighter. Like there's no other sport, I think, or form of martial arts that is more important than wrestling. If that makes any sense.
That makes perfect sense. I believe wrestling is the most solid base you can have as far as MMA is concerned.
Yep, you're right.
Okay, and you know, on some sites I see that it says that you're not retired. What is the deal there?
That I'm not retired?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I guess I've never officially said I was retired, but I'm not like training.
Okay. Now, if there ever was, sorry, what were you saying?
I said I'm 45 years old, so it's kind of hard to say I'm going to get back into training. Everything on my body hurts every day of my life. So yeah, although I love it and miss it, it really be tough for me to get back into it.
Okay, well, at least on the outside, you don't look it. We met over at the Valiant fight prep with WFF a couple months ago, and
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you don't look 45 at all.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
So Father Time has been well to you, at least aesthetically.
Yeah, thanks. I kind of pride myself in staying in somewhat good shape and treating myself correctly, being healthy, I guess. Very important.
Okay, are you still on the vegetarian diet?
Yeah, I am. It's not a diet, it's just kind of
a way of life now?
I guess.
And did that help with your cut to 70 at all?
I guess, I'm sure I could have, been a mediator and got down there just as easily, just being healthy and cleaning things up. But it just helps with me, with my morals and ethics, I guess, in this world more than anything.
Okay, well, I read up on why you became a vegetarian, and I could definitely respect that. Me being an animal lover myself, it's something to really consider and ponder. So you're a bigger man than me, being able to give it up like that. But with the vegetarian burgers and the meatless steaks that they're coming out with these days, I mean, it might become just a way of everyone's life.
Well, yeah, it's getting easier and easier for people to deal with the Impossible Burgers and all that stuff coming out. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say those are the healthiest ways to eat, but I'm better with that than people, contributing to factory farming and the cruelty and crap that goes into that, I guess. Yeah.
Again, very, very commendable and respectable. I dig that a lot. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the co-host before I take up this whole interview. Jonathan, you got anything for A-Train?
I hope so.
I hope so too, or what the hell are we even doing?
Sorry, yeah, I just kind of drove from the host house because I don't live in Tucson, so I just got done driving an hour.
You thank your lucky stars you don't live in Tucson, that crap hole.
Oh man.
I can't even believe that's part of the United States anymore.
Dang.
There's a chance we give that back to Mexico. Everything be happy.
Man, if you want me to move up there, Steve, like, come on.
Come on.
First off, like we said earlier, thanks again for taking time out of your day and talking with us. We really do appreciate it. It means the world to us. The first question I got for you, I know you probably get asked this all the time, but I don't know why. How did you get the nickname A-Train?
Oh, I guess it's been a while since I've been asking, but college flu kicker, wrestled with, I coached him at ASU, and then we were training partners, and he actually had, I think he's 3-0 in MMA, and Phoenix firefighter up here now, and we would go up, like we'd do late night workouts up at ASU when he was wrestling, I was coaching, and then he was trying to make the Olympic team, so after he graduated, we'd go up there at like midnight, go in the room, start scrapping, and he was much bigger dude than me, but we'd battle, and I think he came up and he's like, I'm going to ride the A-Train today or something. He just kind of came up to it. Just kind of stuck. So I don't know, wasn't a big. So something I kind of had to go with. When it came time to fight and actually have a dumb nickname. But and Vader's, Ryan Darth Vader, I came up with his. Mm-hmm. Although I think he thinks somebody else did, but I still write. When I was coaching at ASU, I'd write a blog. I'd write like a traveling blog or whatever for the guys, and I called him Ryan Darth Vader, and then I'd put it out there on the internet back when it was the World Wide Web. But so that's how he came up with that, and then I don't even know if he really likes Darth Vader, like probably about as much as I like A-Train, like just kind of like something that's there. Or CB Dalloway, like no one calls him the Doberman except like maybe fans. But it's just one of those things where you have to come up with a nickname. But I guess I still have a couple people that call me A-Train or Train or whatever that are friends that are just that just stuck with them. So that happens. Yeah. I guess. So
it's almost kind of like the hardcore fans or like really tight knit close family members that kind of keep calling you guys your nicknames and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely that. Every once in a while, I'll hear like, "Hey, A-Train." I'm like, "Oh, hey."
You're all, "Hey, that's me."
I'm more of a realtor now, nerd, weirdo. But and I get to coach a high school up here, Arcadia High School. It's in our third year of our wrestling program.
Oh, nice.
And that's fun. And I'm also coach. I got to help Ben Henderson for this last fight. I went up to the lab twice a week for the last 5 weeks, getting him ready for Miles' jury, and really, kind of like what Ben says, he's like, this isn't just for this fight. Like, I want to continue to get my wrestling better, and so with that being said, I'm gonna probably continue to go up to the lab and help those guys out whenever. Because they've got, I love John Crouch, and Ben and I got a great relationship, and Mikey Hamill up there I've known since he was a kid.
Yeah. Mike's a good kid, man.
Mikey's uncle was my teammate, Paul Gagich, at ASU way back in the day. So it's kind of strange how it all comes full circle. But yeah, I get to train with Mike still every once in a while. I actually got the map with those guys to the lab, maybe the last week that I was up there. Went with David Mashab, some of those dudes, and man, I was so sore after that. My neck, I couldn't turn my head for a week.
Oh shit.
Wow. So I still like to get in there and get involved, but my knees don't bend the right way, my shoulders ache, my neck hurts, but I'm still like an idiot that feels that's a better way to work out than jumping on an elliptical or something.
Yeah. Now, I noticed that you said that you're a realtor. How did you get into that?
It was probably around the time that our gym was having issues. Power MMA was just too big for us, and we couldn't. And I was traveling too much. And in the MMA world, like you travel. Like I'd go to Brazil, and then I'd go to Australia, and I'd leave my family. I have a wife and 2 kids, and come back, and guys weren't paying what they should have been paying. I wasn't making crap for money out of there, and it was like, what am I doing this for? I didn't feel like I appreciated it, I guess, in a way. So that was a big part of it. The gym was failing. I'm like, man, this would be a fun thing. And my father-in-law does it in Michigan. I have friends around here. Our striking coach, Chaz Turner, has been in the real estate world forever. Randall Alleman, a good buddy of mine, kid that I coached at ASU. He's also an MMA, I guess, manager, agent. He's got his license up in Nevada, so it's just kind of a no-brainer, I guess, for me. And yet I'm still able to be around here. Because I can't work a 9-to-5 job. It's just not me to have a boss and do that. So this has just been a real cool thing for me. I've been in the Valley since 1993, so I know a lot of people and kind of word of mouth, and was able to, first year do pretty well in real estate.
Nice. Yeah, I know a couple people down here that down in Sierra Vista that they've gone and got their real estate license and stuff like that. And I guess because of the way the market is right now here in Sierra Vista, like that market is just booming.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane all in Arizona. I mean, Phoenix, we're like the fastest growing in the U.S. And there are homes that are like $350,000, $400,000 homes that I can't believe they didn't even buy them, But it's just where we are right now. It's our current state. And you got to spend $500,000 to get a nice house, which blows my mind.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm going to switch gears just a little bit back to fighting. What was your most favorite fight out of your entire career?
I think it was going back to like Tom Lawler, when Tom Lawler and I fought. That was like coming from behind and having a war and it being, up, questionable if I won, questionable, who won the fight. Tom still thinks to this day that he won the fight. And I feel that way with Mark Munoz tonight. Like I thought I won that fight with Mark. But Tom's was fun because it was a war. We got fight of the night. Made a little more money on top of that. Kind of put me on the map as, someone who fights hard and, was able to beat him in wrestling and do that part, just really control the fight wrestling wise. And we took some heavy shots and didn't get dropped. And that was probably my most fun. It was a tough, I say Mark Munoz, because that was a really tough one mentally for me. Because we were friends, we trained before together, we wrestled in college against each other. Just kind of a weird thing to think, man, am I gonna try to cut this dude? If I could do that fight over again, it would be different for me now. I have a different mentality towards it, and I wouldn't have, I guess, been such a baby about it in a way. Like I just felt like I got my own head fit as far as fighting a friend.
Yeah.
I've changed that now because I know, it's just, but at the time it was really weird for me to deal with.
Gotcha.
Having little kids, knowing he has kids and families, and we're trying to fight for a paycheck, and it's just a weird, for MMA fighters, when you're trying to support not only yourself but a family, it's a strange thing to have to do it by fighting another human being that also is doing the same thing that you are, Unless they're just a complete asshole and you can't stand them. It's not easy. Mark's one of the nicest guys in the world.
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, my final question I've got for you today. I like to chill, hang out with the family, play some video games, watch some movies. Just chill. I know you're not fighting right now, or I don't know if you'll ever, get back in there. But what do you like to do in your spare time when you're not coaching or doing the real estate thing? Like, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, like I'm doing it right now. I'm outside, out across from my house throwing football with my son. And I think that's what I like to do. Like I like to just be around our kids, and that's why we had them. We had them so we can enjoy them and be a part of their life and just do things with them and help them with their lives. Like, I feel like at this point in my life, I've done a lot. I've done more than most as far as experiences, and I've done a lot for myself in a selfish way. So having kids, you have to put your crap on the back burner and see how far you can take them and give them opportunities and do things for them and raise them right, discipline them. And it's not, that's a full-time job. And having two is tough. Like, I can't imagine parents that have three or more. Like, I have friends that have five. Kellen Flukehager, I was talking about earlier, has 6 kids. It's just insane.
That's crazy.
That you can't have a job when you have kids like that. And hopefully you and your wife and they do a great job with their little ones. So that's it. Like, I don't have any other hobbies besides that. Like, we just bought a new home. It's got a basement, and I'm kind of put like somewhat of a theater downstairs. So that's I just like doing fun things for them and hanging out and doing cool things like that, I guess. But not doing anything else. Besides train, like I still get in there and train. Chaz Turner and I have been getting together and holding pads for each other, and I'll still wrestle with my guys at Arcadia High School, and so I still stay involved in that type of stuff. That's a little bit, on the selfish side for me. Although I've got a new thing in line here that's happening in my life, and that is the hemp world.
Yeah.
Me being a I don't know, I'm not like a pothead, like I don't smoke weed, I'm not a big marijuana fan. I've never been a user of weed, but me and a couple friends have formed a business, and we're farming for hemp for CBD, not for because the Farm Bill passed and legalized in Arizona. So we started a group, we started a business, and we're actually putting seeds in the ground this week.
That's what's up.
It's actually in Blythe, California that we're planting our first harvest. But we're excited about it. We've been working for the past year and a half to get it off the ground and putting the right people together, and lawyers, and so we're ready. Like, we're going to farm almost 100 acres this harvest, and we get through this. Our next harvest will be close to 300 acres, and then it's off to the races. But that's, I guess, the biggest thing in my life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's really cool. I can't wait. The future of it looks really great. The fact that hemp, for hemp protein, hemp fibers, that hasn't been legalized was ridiculous. Now you have the onset of CBD oil and how important CBD is, and medical use. Although it's not, there's no testing or whatever as far as the government on what it can do, or what pharmaceutical companies, all the crap they got involved. I'm a believer in it. Like, I've used a CBD product now that's actually helping my neck a little bit, sleep and everything. So yeah, I guess the future looks bright. How's that?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yes, it does. Like I said before, thank you again for taking time out of your day. That's all I got for you. I'm going to shoot you back over to the host. What else you got, Steve?
Well, I have like a fantasy question, and it's nothing weird, but I promise. Anyway, if there is, let's just say you had one fight left in you, what?
Oh, I do. I got one fight left in me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What opponent would bring out that fight?
What opponent? Was that what your question was going to be?
Yeah.
Conor McGregor. Doesn't everyone want to fight that guy?
Yeah, everybody does.
He's kind of a has-been, and they still want to fight him.
Oh, shade! I like it.
I know. I mean, yeah, and it has been for the right reasons. Like, the dude's made enough money to never have to do it again. What's the point? But he could draw a nice ticket if he wanted to. I don't know. Is there something that brings that? I'm 45 years old, so it would have to be somebody like a Tito Ortiz or somebody, someone my age that still thinks they got it too.
Okay, well I feel like
that I could get like some of these up and comers that I see in the UFC. I still think I'd beat them. I honestly do. I'm still in good enough shape to where I can pick it up, go through a training camp, and do everything smart and beat some people. You look at like that Alexanian or what's the name of the dude that won last night?
Whitaker and Adesanya.
Yeah. Alexanian, yeah. I mean, that guy's a freak. So I don't know. Like, can he fight legit wrestlers that someone's going to take him down and hold him? That I still think that's yet to be determined. And I'm not saying. I mean, there's not like a Chris Weidman who's moved up and maybe can't take a punch anymore. It's just crazy how the landscape's changed in MMA. Like, where's Luke Rockhold? Where are these guys that were names at one time?
Yeah.
Some of these dudes can't take punches. They got to move up, change weight classes. I still feel like I'm jumping around here, but you have Ryan Bader, who's the best Bellator heavyweight, light heavyweight in the world. I feel like Bader's the best heavyweight in the world, and that's me being obviously partial to him and coaching him and knowing him to be a friend, but. I think he beat Stipe Miocic. I think he would have beat DC back in the day. I don't know. I think obviously Kane's not fighting anymore, but he and Kane would have been a really tough fight to watch. But I just think Bader's got to the point now where shit, he hasn't been hit in the last 10 fights or something. Like, I don't think he's been hit one time. He's good to go, and he's durable and strong and big, and can't imagine anyone beating him. At heavyweight, light heavyweight, I still think John Jones is a freak and be a tough one to beat. But a heavyweight, I don't know anyone that could beat him unless maybe Jones goes up. I'd like to see that fight anyway, because I think Bader, give him a good fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jones versus Bader would be for full circle for Bader.
Yeah, it would.
So that would be pretty cool, but with them being in two different promotions, it's probably not likely. But I would say
there was talk at one time that if DC would have beat Stipe for the second one, that the promotions, and I don't know if the UFC would have done it, but I heard Bellator would have done it, would match the two champs together and try to fight them.
I mean, yeah, had DC won, I think that's what everybody in the world would have wanted to see.
Yeah, I agree, but obviously he didn't.
Yeah, it didn't happen that way. But back to the original question, what opponent would pull you out of retirement? I think...
Got any names? Got any local guys that need to beat up?
As far as locals, no. But I would definitely like to see you matched up against another high caliber wrestler. And I'm thinking more along the lines of like a GSP.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one. I'd fight GSP. I never considered him a high caliber wrestler. I thought he was subpar. Like, as far he did great in the sport, but he never fought like there were no legit wrestlers. Koscheck was good, but Koscheck Josh got a little different with his training, I think, and decided not to be a wrestler anymore and thought he could swing away on people and started getting caught.
Yeah, plus the eye.
GSP would be fun, but I'd have to cut down to 170 again. That's never happened.
Well, he did fight at 85 last time.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He beat Michael Bisping for the middleweight title.
That's right. Isn't that crazy that those two fight?
And then you hear that, GSP's actually trying to cut to 55 to fight Khabib.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he looks like he's on the drugs, is what it looks like. And not the good kinds or the bad kinds, the illegal ones. Well, they're all illegal. Yeah. Never mind. I can't even put my finger on it, but he looks like he's on something, and it's not good. But yeah, I think some high, like, what about a Johnny Hendricks then?
Ooh, that'd be a fun one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Johnny, I'll come out for Johnny.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Big Rig versus the Train. I don't know. I think the Train kind of takes that one.
I'd beat him up. I'd have no problem with that one.
All right, that's fucking awesome, dude. I actually, I wouldn't be upset if you came out of retirement or your non-retirement.
All right, that's it. We're starting today. It's funny because every once in a while I'll tweet something like, come back, and I'll put me to work out or something. Just, my head, like to motivate myself, and I'll probably do this till I'm 85. But man, I'm planning a comeback right now. I got to get out on this bike, and that'll help me get through that workout that I'm doing at that time. Something crazy in my head tells me I can still fight.
Well, I mean, you weren't a bad fighter. You left a pretty good impression on me. So, I mean, you got to the highest level. You fought for the UFC. You fought for World Series of Fighting, which is now PFL. You fought names like Brad Tavares, who's still in the UFC. You fought Munoz, Lieben, Lawler, Herman. Herman's now a freaking light heavyweight.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you fought who's who. I mean, we're talking, 7-10 years ago. But back then, all those names were, at the top of their respective divisions.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have made the drop. If the drug testing were going on, I would have stayed at 85. I think that was a big mistake for me because I went down, was cutting too much, and I'd never got knocked out. I could take a punch, and I dropped down and get knocked out, 2 fights at 170 because my brain couldn't take punches, being dehydrated or whatever. And I just felt that with TJ Dillashaw. Like, he cut too much, he can't take a punch. I don't care how good a shape, and I was in phenomenal shape at 170. Didn't mean my head could take it. So if they would have started doing the drug testing stuff, I probably would have stayed in the UFC for a while and have been at 185 for a while and been pretty successful because I was fighting guys that were 215. They'd step out there and they were giants, and I was 190 pounds. I wasn't cutting it all make 85.
So, if the drug testing had been in place, do you think your career plays out a lot differently?
I do. I think the weight classes changed. I definitely think there are guys that were cutting down to 85 that would not have cut to 85 anymore. Or if they did, they would have been off the sauce to get down there. I don't know. It was. I do. I think it would have changed things. But whatever. It's what it is.
Yeah, true. I mean, Hani Marks he can't even make 205 anymore. I mean, that's crazy.
We were at weigh-ins, and I'm like, 85, he doesn't look that big. Then he steps out across the cage, he tweets that he was 219. And I was 191 stepping in the cage that night, so that right there was one of the main reasons I dropped to 170. Like, I can't fight these big dudes. I stood next to Whiteman, and he was probably 215 out of camp. And I'm like, yep, you're as big as Bader is. I think I got to go 170.
Yeah, no shit. These guys are getting fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it was insane.
So, but I'm glad that the testing is in place. I think people are finding a way to get around it.
Yeah, I'm sure they always will be. They always will try to skirt the issue, skirt it and figure things out for themselves. And they've got families and people to feed, and it's an entertainment business. It's not a sport, so they got to do what they got to do to make a living for themselves.
True.
At least that's how they justify it.
Okay, well, I'm expecting a Hendricks call out as soon as we get off the phone.
All right, let's do it.
I will make the trip up to Phoenix or Tempe or wherever you're at, and I'll come help you with your training. I'll be your personal punching bag.
All right, perfect. We'll do it.
All right, dude. Well, I want to thank you for your time. Do you have any businesses or people you want to thank? Anything you want to promote before we let you go?
No, just we'll hopefully hear about. Just follow me on my Instagram, I guess. I think it's @coach_Aaron Simpson on my Instagram. That's probably easiest, or @Aaron Simpson on my Twitter. But kind of keep up with things because our hemp farm will be getting done, harvested here hopefully in about 4 months, and kind of keep up with what I got going on there. It should be fun.
Hell yeah, man.
Or if anyone that is listening needs to buy or sell a home.
Shameless plug right there.
There you go.
I love it, man. I love it. Unfortunately, I already have a home, but I know a co-host that's looking for one.
Well, yeah, good. Then let me know, and just as long as it's not down in Tucson.
No.
Seriously, I don't even. That place is disgusting.
Oh,
and
man.
I only say that because U of A dropped wrestling back in the 80s, and I thought that was a chicken shit thing for them to do, and Tucson, Sunnyside High School, Ironwood Ridge, like they have some of the best wrestling in the state and some in the best country, and they don't have a university to go to. I think that's horseshit for those guys to not have a program.
Agreed.
So if they get some guts and get a program back in Tucson at U of A, then I'll say Tucson's worth living in. But right now, ugh.
For shame, Tucson. For shame.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
Again, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for doing this, my friend.
All right, bud. We'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yeah. Bye.
Do you know what to do? Kick. Adios. Adios.